Good Monday morning. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. We're going to talk some horror today, and it's Monday. And no, we're not talking about Batwoman. Relax. You've got a couple weeks yet. October 13th is the premiere. October 14th will be my first Season 3 Batwoman review coming out. Yes, you have that to look forward to in just a shade over 2.5 weeks. That Friday night, October 15th, we're going to be doing a watch party for the Jim Wynorski classic, 976 Evil Part 2. I've just found that one on YouTube, and we're going to be doing a watch party. I enjoy that movie so much. It's one of my favorite offbeat horror movies from the early 90s, kind of like that holdover from the 80s that kind of bled into the early part of the 90s. Jim Wynorski, famous for making low-budget sequels, and yeah, this movie fills that bill nicely. We're going to talk just for a minute here before we get into the crux of the video about what I'm going to be reviewing in October. I owe you guys this. Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. That will be out. Hopefully, I'll be able to get this out by this weekend. And then during the month of October, I last year chose the Friday the 13th horror series of movies. Like I said, came up one short over the course of the month with all the other content I was doing. But rest assured, this year we will complete an entire series, and it will be this. We will be reviewing the Phantasm, the 5 movies that are in that series with the tall man, yes, boy, including Ravager, which came out in 2016. Yeah, which I've never seen before, and we are going to be reviewing that series for you. But today, ladies and gentlemen, our video is about Salem's Lot, the reboot. What's going on with it? One of the cast members, MovieWeb, covered it, and we have 2 articles here, but I'm only covering the one. I will link both in the description. Without further ado, without any more delay, please, ladies and gentlemen, monkeys, roll the footage.
Yeah, that works.
I like
all right.
it a lot.
Okay. All right, moving on.
Hey, what about Tulip?
Here we are, MovieWeb.com. Game of Thrones star Pilu Asbæk joins Salem's Lot reboot and villain role. E. Tepecuyan right here with you. I figured, being as we've only got a few days left of September, leaning in on October, which is horror month, I covered in the opening what I'm going to be reviewing this year. I hope you're as excited as I am to bring you that series of films. But let's get into this article. Salem's Lot, first of all, is something I haven't seen in years. I remember seeing the original miniseries as a kid, and it freaked me out because the blue vampire, he just finished work on Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. He's now playing a vampire as Familiar in the new Stephen King adaptation. This, Anthony Lund, came out yesterday. The cast of New Line's upcoming adaptation of Stephen King's Salem's Lot continues to grow, with Game of Thrones and Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom star Pilu Asbæk joining an already heaving ensemble as Richard Straker, the human servant of the vampire Barlow, who prepares the town for his master's arrival through a number of dubious deeds. The actor arrives in the project fresh off his work on the James Wan-directed Aquaman sequel, and of course, his villainous Game of Thrones role as sadistic Euron Greyjoy. I said Theon Greyjoy, it's Euron Greyjoy. Huh. The adaptation of King's second novel is written by Gary Dauberman, who also worked on the 2-part movie version of It, which proved to be a massive hit in 2017-2019. I think the DVD or Blu-ray for It is right here. Yeah, the first one, and I've never even opened it. I hate the movie It. I hate it. I hate the original, and I hate this one. I'll never watch them. And the time it takes on the director's role for the tale of the small town, which becomes the target of an ancient vampire who slowly begins to take over the people living there with the help of his servant, the role that will be taken on by Pilu Asbæk. The new Salem's Lot cast is headed up by Louis Pullman, who takes on the role of writer Ben Mears, a man returning to his hometown, looking for inspiration for a new novel. As is normal with King stories, the author isn't in the town long before strange things start happening, and before he knows it, Mears is leading a small group of townsfolk as they attempt to destroy the evil presence that has descended upon them. It has also been announced that Alfre Woodard would play Dr. Cody. And MovieWeb covered this. We'll switch over here. You can see this article. This is from Jeremy Duch, September 3rd. Alfre Woodard is Dr. Cody in Stephen King's Salem's Lot reboot. Now, we knew that there had to be some kind of race gender swap. This, obviously, is both, because it says right here, Dr. Cody, who's depicted as a male character named Jimmy Cody in the original King novel. Another version of Dr. Cody is played by Robert Memome in the 2004 miniseries adaptation. So there's your race and gender swap. I doubt it'll have any bearing on the plot. So, I mean, I'm not really up in arms. I don't care. Alfre Woodard is a wonderful actress. And this role, like I said, it was a role from the book and then the 04 miniseries. I'm just kind of curious to see what exactly they do with it, if they're just doing it to do it, or if there is something, agenda-driven behind it, which, honestly, I hate to even say, but from all accounts that I heard and what I've read review-wise of the new Candyman, it's all driven by police brutality, social justice, BLM-type stuff. So, and I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen here with the addition of one actress who happens to be black. No, I'm just saying, are they going to try to steer a narrative or slide the narrative in there, even a small portion somewhere, and like I said, I don't want to talk about horror movies and have to worry about, identity politics in my horror. I prefer the most frightening thing in my horror movies to be, the antagonists or the jump scares and things the like. Not the fact that I have to contend with garbage tier modern day social justice narratives, interwoven with my horror movies. So, yeah, fuck the new Candyman movie, really. This is technically the fourth time King's foray into the world of vampires has been brought to life on screen. It was originally adapted in the 1970s as a TV miniseries starring David Soul and featured one of the most iconic iterations of the fiendish Mr. Barlow that has been seen on screen. With blue skin and two central fangs, the image has been seen and mimicked many times since, and that freaked me out. That was the thing that scared me as a kid the most, because I remember rewatching it on like HBO or Showtime as a kid. Even the preview for it when they showed Barlow freaked me out. Rob Lowe and Donald Sutherland headed a second miniseries in the early 2000s, which updated the style and effects, but couldn't really bring the tone and creepiness of the original. More recently, the plot of Salem's Lot was interwoven into the plot of the King-based TV series Castle Rock's second season, which saw the arrival of the vampire being worked around a story of a young Annie Wilkes, best known as being played by Kathy Bates in Misery. Danish actor Asbæk is no stranger to playing roles that are less than wholesome, so the role of Straker should be a perfect fit. Since his character's final stand in the finale of Game of Thrones, Pilu Asbæk has starred alongside Sylvester Stallone in the movie Samaritan and the upcoming ISS, a sci-fi movie starring Chris Messina. He will additionally be soon in the Blumhouse offering Run Sweetheart Run and in Snafu with Jackie Chan and John Cena. Oh, Blumhouse. Okay, so the Blumhouse movie, he'll probably be a villain. He's a white male. He'll be a villain, and Black Goo will be at the central theme of that. If you've ever seen Black Christmas 2019 or the new iteration of Fantasy Island, the movie, not the stupid TV show. Snafu with Jackie Chan and John Cena, never even heard of it, other than the fact John China wants to be Chinese. I don't know. The new adaptation of Salem's Lot is expected to arrive in theaters on September 9th, 2022. All right, so a September 2022 release for the new Salem's Lot movie. What do you guys think of this? Are you interested in a new Salem's Lot, a new take on it? Alfre Woodard appears to be the biggest name we've seen so far involved in this project. And I don't even remember how big of a character the doctor she's portraying is. Like I said, it was in the book in the 04 miniseries, so it'll be kind of going in with fresh eyes to this, because the last time I watched this, I was probably 10 years old or maybe a little bit younger, because I loved horror as a kid, just like I do now. So like I said, haven't seen this I'm 41, so you do the math, 30 some years probably. And so we'll check this out. This will be something that, I don't know, let me know if you want me to go to the theater and see this. You've got a little bit of time to decide as it comes out September of next year. So we're just a little over a year away. And that's not to say that nothing will happen. It might get put into development hell. Who knows? But right now, your turn. Comments below. Are you excited for Salem's Lot? Are you a fan of this? Have you read the book? Have you seen either miniseries, the 1970s version or the 2004 iteration with Donald Sutherland and Rob Lowe? Let me know in the comments. It's your turn to opine. Be sure to join us tonight, 8:35 Eastern. Myself, Tony ToneDef, my co-host, Red Gaze, Vinnie Tartamella. The cast is on hand. We will be playing some Kenny G, keeping it sexy. Of course, we'll have just the headlines, box office breakdown, and all the pressing pop culture topics that you want to know about, you come to us for. You'll find them tonight on the Place to Be Reviews flagship broadcast, Monday night going in Raw. Don't forget, Wednesday night, the lovely, talented, strong ass kicker Jennifer Thomas will be joining us at 8:30. She'll be joining myself, Nick, Utam from World Class Bullshitters, and Tony. It's all ahead this week on the channel. More videos, more live streams. Subscribe if you haven't. I'm Itapokuni of the Place to Be Reviews. I've been here with all of yous, and if I don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow. I'll catch you on the next one. And remember, it's always better to burn out and fade away.